Today, we've prepared a hot and explosive interview for you. Created by AI, but the stories and emotions are inspired directly from the streets. So, without further ado, the interview begins. And don't forget to like the video.
Hey everyone! Today we have a very special guest, Luna! Hi Luna, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right everyone, today we're diving into the streets, the real stories nobody tells you. And trust me, some of these will make you laugh, and some will bring tears to your eyes. Hey Luna, what's the funniest thing that ever happened to you on the street?
Oh, I remember this one time. Someone gave me a ride, said he wanted to take me to his house because his family was supposedly on a trip. I was like, okay, cool. But when we got there, surprise! His family was home the whole time. We both froze for a second, just staring at each other, and then it was so ridiculous that we couldn't stop laughing. I had to quickly pretend I was his girlfriend and ended up spending the night raiding all the snacks in the house. In the end, I left still laughing about the whole crazy night.
Luna, has anyone ever recognized you from your friends on the street? Or tried to pick you up?
Oh, definitely. One time, my ex-boyfriend drove by and didn't know what I was doing for a living. The moment he realized it was me, he slammed the window up, hit the gas, and zoomed away like crazy. I couldn't stop laughing after he disappeared. Only in this life do things get so ridiculous in a matter of seconds.
Luna, what's your favorite part of your job? Or what do you enjoy the most about it?
I wouldn't call any part of it enjoyable. The reality is harsh. Every day I trade pieces of myself for money, and sometimes I feel like I'm losing more than I gain. People see only the surface, the body, the service, but they never see the loneliness, the constant fear, or the emptiness that comes after. It's a life full of small betrayals, little humiliations, and nights where I wonder if anyone would even notice if I disappeared.
All right, everyone. Now we're going to step away from the funny stories for a moment and dive into some of the more intense, real parts of Luna's life. These next questions are a bit more personal and raw, so get ready for the truth behind the streets. Have you ever felt trapped in a life you didn't choose?
Every day feels like a trap. I didn't choose this life, yet I wake up and try to survive. People assume it's about money or pleasure, but it's really loneliness, fear, and compromise. You give up parts of yourself just to keep going. And sometimes I wonder if anyone would even notice me. The streets don't forgive or wait. This life is exhausting, and finding a way out feels impossible.
Have you ever been betrayed or taken advantage of by someone you trusted?
All the time. In this life, trust is a dangerous thing. People see what they want, and they'll take it without care. Friends, clients, even people who say they care. Every betrayal leaves a scar, and you learn quickly to hide your heart while showing a smile.
Do you ever feel completely alone, even when surrounded by people?
Every night, I can be with someone laughing or pretending, but inside I'm isolated. The work puts a barrier between me and real connection. People pay for moments, but no one pays attention to the emptiness that follows.
Do you ever dream of a different life? One where you're not on the streets?
Sometimes I let myself imagine a different life, walking freely, feeling safe, and being valued for who I truly am. But the truth is hard. The streets stay the same, and every morning I wake up reminded that getting through another day is the priority. So I keep my dreams on the shelf most days. Still, that tiny hope, it's what keeps me going.
What's the darkest or most uncomfortable experience you've had with a client?
There are too many to count, but one that sticks with me I'll never forget. A client tried to push boundaries I wasn't ready for, ignoring all the limits I set. I had to stay calm, smile, and play the part, while inside I felt cornered and exposed. After it was over, I left shaken, questioning myself and realizing again how vulnerable this life makes you. Moments like that, they linger. They remind you that survival isn't just physical, it's mental, emotional, and every day is a fight to keep a piece of yourself intact.
Even in the darkest days, there must be something that makes you laugh, right? What's the most ridiculous thing a client has ever done?
Oh, plenty. One guy showed up thinking he was a secret agent. Sunglasses at night, whispering into his collar. He tried to be all mysterious, but tripped over the rug in my place and face planted. I couldn't stop laughing. And honestly, it was the first time that day I felt a little human again.
Have you ever felt completely unsafe or in danger while working? What happened?
Yes. More times than I can count. There are nights when a client's mood turns suddenly, or someone tries to force things I didn't agree to. You learn to react fast, to protect yourself, but the fear never really goes away. I've had to run, hide, and even lie just to make it home alive. That constant tension, it's exhausting, and it stays with you long after the street is empty.
How has this life affected your spirit and what you hope for the future?
It wears you down. Bit by bit, you lose parts of yourself. Your innocence, your trust, your sense of safety. Sometimes I think the person I was before is gone. You keep going because survival is the only option. But dreams fade and hope feels dangerous. Yet, even in the darkest nights, I cling to a tiny spark of something better. Because without it, I'd completely vanish into the streets.
Have you ever faced violence or threats from a client? How did you handle it?
Yes, more times than I want to remember. There are clients who push limits, who try to intimidate you. I learned fast. Stay calm, never show fear, and always have an escape plan. Some nights, I walked home shaking, replaying every moment, wondering if I was lucky or if next time I wouldn't be.
Do you ever use anything to escape from the life you live?
Sometimes. It's not about addiction, it's about numbing the constant tension. A drink, a cigarette, anything that gives a momentary relief. The streets are relentless. They never pause, and neither can I. These small escapes keep me going, but they never fix the emptiness inside.
What's the darkest secret you've had to keep?
There are things people would never understand. Moments of survival that forced me to do things I'm not proud of. Choices that felt like no other option existed. Secrets that, if exposed, could destroy friendships, families, and even my safety. Carrying them is like dragging a weight inside me every single day. Heavy, silent, and isolating. You learn to live with them, but they never really leave you.
What would you say to young girls who might end up in your situation?
I'd tell them, don't be fooled by appearances. It looks glamorous or easy from the outside, but the reality is filled with fear, compromise, and invisible pain. Value yourself before anyone else decides your worth, because once the streets take you, they take more than just your time. They take pieces of your soul. If you can, get out before it's too late. The longer you stay, the harder it gets to remember who you truly are.
Have you ever lost someone you cared about because of this life?
Yes, more times than I can count. People leave when they see the life I lead. They can't accept it or understand it. Some leave quietly, some angrily, and some promise to stay but vanish without warning. Every loss teaches you that attachments are dangerous, that love is fragile in this world. You learn to rely on no one but yourself, and even that is exhausting. The heart becomes both a shield and a weapon.
Have you ever thought about leaving everything behind?
Every day. Sometimes it feels like the only escape, but leaving isn't simple. The streets follow you, your past follows you,
And the survival instincts you've built over years make it almost impossible to start over.
Even when I dream of a different life, the memory of nights spent alone, dangers faced and compromises made come back to remind me that running doesn't erase the scars. So you keep going, one day at a time, carrying the weight of everything you've been through, hoping somehow to find a glimmer of peace.
Looking back at everything, do you have any regrets or hope for the future?
Regret? Yes, but it's complicated. I regret the innocence I lost, the trust I gave too easily, the nights I cried alone. But regret won't help me survive, so I carry it quietly. Hope is fragile. I dream of a life where I'm safe, where I'm free, where I can just be myself. But reality is relentless, and hope is dangerous. Still, I cling to it. Because without even that small spark, I'd be nothing but a shadow in the streets. That tiny flame. It's all I have left.
Before we go, is there anything you want the world to know about your life?
My life. It's full of fear, pain, and loneliness. Every night on the street leaves a mark. Every person you meet changes you in ways you can't erase. But even in the darkest corners, I cling to a tiny spark of hope.
Maybe one day, someone will understand, without judging, without assuming. That little spark, it's what keeps me going, even when everything else tries to break me.
Thanks for staying with me until the end. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And guess what? Part 2 is coming soon, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.